Alright, man, today we have a Berkeley producer legend. Tell him who it is.
Hey man, it's NiloBeats 510. Nilo made the beat, boy. You feel me? The B-Town beat plug. Young Nilo from the B. What's going on, Dino? Thank you for having me on the show, bro. I appreciate it.
Nilo made the beat, boy.
So, why don't you tell the people what you do?
Man, well, you're probably hearing about my instrumentals, you know what I'm saying, for the case of this interview, but first off, I'm actually a musician. So I've been playing the drums since the age of 5. I've been playing a little bit of bass. I taught myself a little bit of piano, a little bit of guitar. So I like to jam, you know what I'm saying? I like to play some jazz, some fusion with the homeboys, you feel me, at the studio and shit. But at around the age of 13, my pops actually got me FL Studios, which is this beat making software you see behind me. And I just took it and ran with it. You feel me? And I've been making beats ever since. Since then, I've been working with a lot of local artists. You feel me? A lot of homies of mine. You feel me? I've been expanding my music as well. You feel me? Moving to new cities and shit. And it's been a good time, man. But other than that, I'm just an artist all around, you feel me? I've been producing beats these days. I'm still playing the drums, but I'm into visual art as well, you feel me? So I like photography. I'm getting into making documentaries. I want to make some movies, you feel me? And I like drawing, you feel me? I like painting and shit. So, hey man, I'm trying to get my hands on it all, man. Feel me?
What would you say are some of your biggest influences in creating your craft?
Man, I could sit here and talk for hours about my influences, to be honest.
All right, top 3.
Top 3 influences, man. I gotta say, my family, of course, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm born into an artistic family. You know, my father is actually a jazz musician. He's a jazz bass player by the name of Kai Eckhart. So he was definitely a huge influence in my life, you know what I'm saying? He made sure I was around music early. Because of him, you feel me, I literally grew up as a toddler watching world-renowned jazz drummers play at Yoshi's and different jazz clubs in the Bay Area. So my family was a huge, huge influence, you feel me? Like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. It was kind of, you feel me, it was only appropriate, you know what I'm saying, that I get into music. But other than that, I would say, you feel me, the streets, you know what I'm saying, the community, you know what I'm saying, the vibrance, all the different cultures, all the different experiences, you feel me, all the different stories, you know what I'm saying, personalities, aesthetics, you know what I'm saying, like, there's just so many beautiful things, you know what I'm saying, about the urban environment, such a diversity, you know what I'm saying, such a melting pot of ideas and stories and backgrounds, and that inspires me on a daily basis. So you might not hear it, you know what I'm saying, but a lot of my music is inspired by my area, you know what I'm saying, what I'm hearing on a day-to-day basis, what I'm seeing on a day-to-day basis, you know what I'm saying. And my third influence, I guess, in the top 3 would be my everyday life, you know what I'm saying, what I'm going through, you know, everything from the way I'm feeling on a given day, you know what I'm saying, everything from that to politics that I see on the news, you know what I'm saying, shit that affects us all, you know what I'm saying, the state of our nation, you know what I'm saying, like, at this point, everybody should be scared shitless if you ask me, you feel me, like, not to get all political or nothing, you feel me, but we got some real bullshit going on in our government, you know what I'm saying, and that makes me feel some type of way, and I speak about it in my music, you know what I'm saying, I put that anger, you feel me, I put that energy, that heat into my beats, you feel me, that's why my beats are so fired up, you feel me, you can ask around, man, I've been had the hard beats in the beat, man, I'm not trying to flex too hard or nothing, but the point I'm trying to make is, You feel me? The shit I go through on a given day, you know what I'm saying? The environment that I'm soaking up around me and the way that makes me feel is portrayed in my music. And if you know me, you're gonna hear that.
Yeah, that's definitely something we can hear in your beats for sure.
Yeah, man.
Alright, so how about you walk us through your little creative process, you know, how you make your beats, maybe your setup or what you do to get in the zone?
Alright. Well, I like to work with a variety of setups. You know, ideally, I like to work with a nice MIDI keyboard that has more than one octave, you know, so I can really play around with the keys, find the chords I want to play. But I work with what I got around, you know what I'm saying? So one day I might be working on that setup, another day I might be working on my laptop at the house. I might even be at the park, you feel me? I might be at a homie's house, but I'm making beats right off this laptop right here. And normally it's a real spur of the moment thing. Like I said, when I was mentioning things that influence me, a lot of my beats are really personal and they're affected by what I'm feeling. You feel me? Like, I'm an artist. I'm not doing this because I want to make beats. I make beats because that's my form of expression. So I kind of got to anyways. So it's real spur of the moment. You know what I'm saying? If I'm having a bad day and I'm feeling angry, that's how my beat is going to sound. So I'll play melody and I basically take the first thing that sounds good and I just start adding on to that. And I start to imagine in my mind as I'm making the beat other sounds and melodies that would complement what I got going on. And then I translate that from my imagination onto those keys and boom, there you got it. But you know, I ain't gonna give them too much of the recipe, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to stick around and find out, man. But there's a lot of different creative processes when it comes to making beats. But lately it's been real spur of the moment. You know, it's just real personal. And it's just a good way for me to have some fun and express myself.
Yeah, hell yeah. Alright, I got a good one for you. Tell us about your wildest experience in the music industry. Anything music related, events, what it be. Let them know.
Hey, I probably can't even say, bro, to be honest, bro. I'd have to think about that one for a while, man. I don't know if I can say this shit on camera, bro. You feel me? But I will say this, man. I'm gonna leave it at this. As I'm becoming older and I'm becoming more experienced in the music industry, I'm gonna put it like this. You gotta be good at carrying yourself in a variety of situations with a variety of people. And sometimes you gotta be real smooth, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think before you speak for show, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's really cool because it's a really diverse crowd and shit gets crazy, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see some shit, but at the same time, you're gonna have a lot of crazy experiences that not many people get to witness, and you're gonna have a lot of different connections from all different backgrounds. So I'm gonna leave it at that for now, man.
For sure. And alright, wrap it up. Let's say, for all the youngins out there that just torrented Fruity Loops or Logic Pro and are trying to create a new track, starting right from scratch bottom, what would be your piece of advice?
I'd say my piece of advice is, I'd have a lot of pieces of advice, but I guess one that I've been thinking about lately is find your own sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay true to what sounds good to you. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of young producers that can make beats, but they sound a lot like the next producer. And it's real natural. It's natural to get influences from other producers, and I condone that, you know what I'm saying? That's a part of the game, you know, that's a beautiful thing. That's part of the reason why I hang with so many producers, is because we all influence each other, we all teach each other things, but at the end of the day, we all have our personal twist. It's all authentic to us at the core. So if you're starting to make beats, I'd say pave your own lane, you know what I'm saying? Definitely learn from all the producers around you, but keep that originality at the end of the day, because that's what's going to set you aside, and that's what's going to actually make you an asset. That's what's actually going to make people look at you if you're actually standing apart and you're not blending in with the rest of the crowd.
For sure, for sure. Well, shit. There it is. NiloBeats.
Hey, that's enough free game for today, man. Y'all gonna have to cash me out, man. Come buy some beats.